All right, hello class. So what I'm gonna do is share the screen. I'm gonna make a tutorial for you guys to follow, and I'm gonna show you what we're making. It's a spin-off of Geometry Dash. So this is my game right here that I have got music, did a whole thing on Geometry Dash. Died. Let me try it again. I wanted to show you the end of it where I got the finish flag, but it's actually pretty hard. It's hard to beat my game. Try it again. Get over there, get over there, got that. It's a very awesome game. In that space bar. Oh, I'm just gonna stop it there because I don't want to go on and on. But that's gonna be the game. And you see I have the finish flag right there. If you get there, you'll get to the next level. And I have all this too. So if you don't get to that top part, it's gonna die at the spikes right there. So it was a really good challenge for me to make that. So I want us to make it. So what you gotta do is just skip some steps. Just open up a new project. All right. I shouldn't have to show you how to do that. You can name it Geometry Dash Practice. And I'm gonna have some of it already loaded up right here. So if you're looking at my screen, all I did was create a new game and I added 3 sprites. So the first thing you're gonna have to do when you have this going on is you got to create the 3 sprites. I left everything normal size. So this right here, that's the first sprite. So let me open it. Try to make it square, color it in, and then do the eyes just with square. So I made it square and everything was just squared. I made an animation. I just duplicated it, and that gives it, a little something going on as you're playing. So that's the first sprite right there. Now, let me close this. The next sprite you got to make, second sprite number 2 is the spike. So you can name it spike and just use the line to do the line to make the triangle. I always crop it, so let you know. I don't know if you really need to, but I always crop it. And then get that done. And then the third sprite is 1 block. You're just gonna make 1 square, okay? So I got this going on, which is 3 blocks put together. But basically, let me just open it, just that. So that's all you gotta put. You could put platform as a name if you want. And I duplicated it 3 times because what I'm doing now, and you might have to make these smaller after you make them, of course. I'm gonna make my platform. I'm not gonna make the whole game because it's gonna take too long for a tutorial. But I want to get you guys going and show you the codes. So make sure this is really even. So I'm gonna make 1 good platform. Hitting the control. I keep duplicating it and duplicating it. All right, let me see. Make sure you want to make sure it's even. That's really, really important. Let me hit the control again. If it's not even on the ground, your player might get jammed up. So this part, you got to make sure it's as straight as possible. If it's not 100%, it'll probably still work. It's just you want it as straight as possible. It's not 100% there, but it'll be okay. And I'm gonna duplicate this whole thing again. Give it some distance. All right. So I'm gonna put that right there. See, it takes time. Just doing all that can take some time. So now I see what I'm working with. I'm gonna put my man here at the beginning. These are going to be, the obstacles that your player is gonna have to jump over. So this is just your style. You can put them anywhere you want. Really, you can. I mean, it's up to you. You can have fun with that, creating your platforms. And that I want to get just 1 of these blocks and put it there. That would be like a mini finish line right there. But of course, you should make it long, maybe even make different levels. But just to get it going, all right, for time constraints. All right, so we want our player to jump and get to there. We probably can even create, some more, make it even more challenging to get it going, give you a good idea. You can even put it up here because maybe we're gonna jump there and there. stuff like that. That's kind of cool. All right, so let's get the behaviors going. So for the player, now let's get to behaviors. We all should know how to do this. We're gonna add, let me get, I got this thing in my way, but add a beat. I'm sorry, let me, okay, there we go. I'm using Zoom, so sometimes be a little tough for me. Let me just do it here. Edit behaviors. So add a new behavior, really simple platform and scroll to. Okay, so we got that going for our player. You can even should be able to test it out. Oh, it's gonna fall through. Why is it gonna fall through? Because we gotta add more behavior. So the block, make sure everything okay. So the block only, you're gonna add the thing solid behavior. Remember, it's correct. Let's press the play button. Okay, so good, good. That's perfect. So our guy is going around right there. Um, player, you want to edit the speed. Don't want it so fast because it's not gonna be that type of platformer. We can edit that acceleration. Let's get it down to like try 800. You know, these are things you can adjust later on to your liking. So we got that going on, and you don't need to add a behavior, I don't think, for the spike. So now that we have all that, let's get to the event sheet. First code you're gonna do is add an event. Let's go. Oh, wait. One more thing we gotta do is add one object, and that's the keyboard. So add the keyboard, insert. Okay, now we're gonna add an event. Should be keyboard on key press. Let's use the space. So every time you hit the space, our player is going to jump. Now we can add an action. And this is going to be the player. Player is it move to? Might be move to. Or no, it's not move to. What if I put simulate? Yeah, simulate. Simulate control. And we can put jump. Okay, so as you can tell, keyboard on space press, the player will jump when you hit the space bar. All right, it's pretty simple. System, then this is the next one, system. Every tick, we've done that numerous times. I gotta get something out the way on my screen, I can't see. There we go, every tick. And now we're gonna do player, simulate control, and put it right. That way, just gonna be moving right constantly. And that being said, go back to the layout. I forgot to do one thing. So player, we're gonna have to turn default controls, I believe, off. That way we are not controlling it. It's just gonna be moving by itself. And if you play Geometry Dash, that's how that works. Now, the next code we're gonna do, and it's only 5, I'm gonna show you. So we're gonna go to player, it's not that much. Is we have, yep, overlapping another object, and that's gonna be the spike. So once it overlaps the spike, we are going to destroy our player. So you go to player and destroy. Okay. So we got that going on. Now this one is a little different than what we've done before. So what we're gonna do is go to player. I wrote down some notes. I had to literally write down notes for this one. Player and Forgot what I put this. Is by the wall, think. And we could put left. Yep, platform has wall to left. Perfect. And now this part is a little different. We're gonna right click and you're gonna put make or block. No, I'm sorry, not there. Right click. I'm sorry. Don't worry about the or block on that one. We're going to add another condition. Yep, because we don't want to create a whole new event. We want this to be another condition of this one. Go to player and platform has wall to right. Platform is by wall. It's is by wall. I'm sorry. Is by wall. You gotta remember these things. And we're gonna put right. Is by wall. Right. Now it's well, because I hit that or button, that's what we want. So platform has wall to left or platform has wall to right. Okay. So remember, we did that by doing that make and block or make or block. Okay. So you have to hit that to get that on. You have to have that. So make sure you work that out right there. So let's add an action to it. And it's gonna be player destroy. Okay, so we have that now, and we're almost done. We should be almost done here. So now what we're gonna do, because when your player get destroyed, you want the game to restart right away. That's always really good for whoever's competing in your game. You don't want them to have to close the screen and play it again. So player on destroyed. So once it dies or gets destroyed, you're going to go to system, wait. I'm gonna put 2 seconds, gives you a chance to experience the game for a second and get defeated, and you gotta wait 2 seconds and then restart. You can put 3 seconds, you can put 1 second, it's up to you. I like 2 seconds. And then we're gonna do system, restart, layout. All right, so now that we have that, let's check it out. If I hit play, we got our guy moving. Maybe it's a little bit too slow. I think it's too slow, but it died right there. And it's gonna restart. So let me see what happens if I make it a tad faster. I think it's way too slow. Oh my goodness. So you gotta find the speed if you're adjusting the speed. So 150 too slow. Let's get crazy here. Let's put 500. What's gonna happen? Now it might be too fast, but let's see. I'm a scientist. Yep, that's way too fast. Oh man, you got fun with this stuff. And 300, I think, will be a good middle ground. Okay, died right there. And it's a tough game. Let's see if I can make it to the end. Boom. All right. So you should have that going on. Now, that being said, you got to add more. You got to do more things. There's a lot more things you can do. One thing you can do, if you notice you're going to run out of room, you can make your screen size bigger. Now, 1708 by 960, is really short to me. So I changed 1708 to 5,960. And I think you can probably even make it longer if you want. You can probably put 10,000. If you're gonna have it go to different levels, so once you hit a marker point, you can have your person go to a different level, and it don't have to be as long. But if you just want to create one long level, I mean, try what happens if you put 20,000 by 960 or 15,000 by 960 or something like that. So you got to fool around with that and get to work. You can create more enemies. You can create enemies, maybe things even shooting at you. Let me show you my other game. So remember, this is what I had. You could tell I put a lot of work into it. A lot of triangles, and I got the finish flag up there, and that will take you to the next level. I added, what else did I add? Just little things, and I'm still working on it. Of course, I made a drum beat for it, put that system on start a layout, audio, play drum, finish flag is overlapping player, system restart layout. So if you hit the finish flag, it's gonna restart the layout. So I actually haven't made the next level yet. But that was one thing I was working on. Sound effects, a lot of things you can do with this one. And you learn some new codes. So that's gonna be it right there. It was not the longest tutorial, something we all can do and building on stuff we learned. All right, guys, later.